Good morning, everybody. How are you? Welcome to Saturday morning. It's Squid. Oh my goodness, how is everybody doing today? It's been a busy morning already. Oi, 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 oi. Hey, Flash fan, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well. D. Johnson, good morning. Oh, I love your smile in your picture. Greta and Roy, how are you? You'll be leaving in 30 minutes. Well, hopefully I will too. We're going to make this super quick. And Joan, good morning. Chris, good morning from the UK. How are you doing today? Christine, Debbie, Fran, and Jeff, good morning. Heidi, how are you doing today? It's good to see you. And I'm sorry, y'all know my allergies are killing me on a Saturday morning because, it's just like it is. I wake up and the first thing I want to do is like all in here just hurts. Like it's just like, it just hurts. It just hurts, like to the touch. It just hurts. And my bruise is starting to go away, but you can still see it. So for those of you who don't know, the little yes, I did. Thank you so much. I have to borrow a ladder from a friend of mine because the step stool we have, I cannot get my butt up there. Yvonne, yeah, I'm not entirely awake either. I still got the sleepies in my eyes, but it was like, get up and get going. But today this goes bye-bye. That's why there's no makeup on. There's no hair is not even, hair is barely brushed. I found one. You might have the same one as me. And Dion, how are you? Doing well considering someone's stole your bicycle, which is your only means of transportation. Yeah, people suck. I'm sorry. I apologize for my language on people today, but people suck. Why? What little time do people have on their hands that you can't just let people live their lives. You have to congratulations. Hey, photo lady, how are you? All right, we are going to get into this. No, I haven't yet. No, I haven't. When the deal I have with them for a lesser price goes away, then I will. I might do some streams on other things, other platforms, just to see what I like. But that's even worse. It's one thing. Okay, I'm not even gonna entertain this, but it's one thing for you're at the public library. You're not you're at the public library. Morning, and how are you? Yeah. It has nothing. Yes, I know. I'm working on it. I'm working on finding something, but you know me, I'm not a huge fan of change. So especially with technology, because I just stick to what I know. All right. First things first, we have a couple of good morning, Connor. How are you? It's so good to see you. I hope you are doing well. And yeah, I was thinking about you and your dad yesterday. Mostly because your dad was the only thing that made me like people. His positivity was he made everybody else tolerable. And now I'm fuck this. All right. So we have a couple of things to get into. For those of you who didn't or aren't members or didn't see my members only stream, we're just going to do a quick what that members only stream was about. Don't think about me, think of something better. But y'all are so positive that it's good to see you. And King Bob, how are you? Oh, and King Bob, you reach out to me anytime. I've never seen an MRI that looks like yours. I love you. It's and hey, Christine, thank you for being a member for 5 months. For those of you who either aren't members or didn't see the members only stream Thursday. I think it was Thursday. All my days run together. This is what we went over my journey with Chiari and why I don't like to be gaslit, and why I hate big medicine, and why I hate the VA, but that's a whole nother story. So this was my surgeon, and I showed not only my surgeon what a Chiari is, these were all the things that you can have, and like why I originally started this channel. So that was that. So we have a small update on Sarah Boone. Not a lot of, oh my goodness. However, on a positive note, there are good people still in this world because someone bought me a brand new Schwinn bike to replace the one that was stolen. Oh my goodness, that is awesome. Like, that is awesome. Like, oh, slug. I'm like, slug. You sent me an article on Discord, Flashman. I will look at it. So let me change my appearance here because they always get, yeah. So the documents for Sarah Boone's appeal are still not publicly available. I have not called the clerk because I just think other things have taken precedence with this house. And thank you, King Bob, for the one gifted Squid Pro Quo membership. And we will see who that went to. Come on, come on, come on. That went to Heidi. Welcome to the Squid Squad, Heidi. You are now in the squad against your will. Hope you like it. It's a new case out of a teen out of Wisconsin. Oh, and Lady Jen, how are you today? Let's see. Let's see what he said. Harry, how are you? It's good to see you. All right. We are going to see what Flash Fan sent me. Ooh, new. Oh, we got another inspiration. Okay, we got another inspiration case, just like the Slender Man case. What is it with Wisconsin teens and being influenced by things that they don't need to be influenced by? I don't know. Morning, Tammy. How are you? So with Sarah Boone, her case is still, there is still no oral argument, but she does have another lawyer. Because as we know, even though James Owens is listed as her appellate attorney, he is not an appellate attorney. He is not representing her. And she decided that she was all of a sudden pro se again, filed a motion because early teens, that's why. Yeah, that's true. Can't argue with you there. She has Joshua Eli. So, and I hear a little outside the room. Yeah, Owens is still listed on the appellate website technically, but Joshua Eli is her attorney of record. Hi, Angel. How are you? You got Daddy's phone? Okay. Bye. You got Daddy's phone and an ice cube. Hi. I love her little voice. Hi. There is a motion put in Thursday, the 6th, relating to motion for extension of time for court reporter. This is what you get when you click on any motions. I have not called the court clerk. I need to. Sarah Boone is like one of those. Sarah Boone is like one of those people you're interested in, but you don't really want to work that hard for because she just gives you a headache. I'm just saying, she just gives you a headache. Hey, Gone to the Dogs. How are you? Hail from Australia. 1:29 a.m. May not off, but live stream running. You are so sweet. Oh, and I love your picture. Oh my goodness. I don't have any dogs, so I live vicariously through people who do. Yeah, someone needs to just shut the case and make Sarah go away. Yeah. And it was much more entertaining when she was pro se because she thinks that she's smarter than everybody else. She thinks that she is the smartest person in the room, and she is just not. As far as I know, I will definitely check the state website real quick because I didn't. But sometimes things get filed on the state website that doesn't, or the county website that doesn't get filed in the appeal. So we will just see because it's listed on appeal. Oh, look at this. We have some updates. So the last time we saw anything was the acknowledgement of the appeal, and Orange County, Tiffany Moore Russell is has to be, as far as technology and putting documents on websites, she has to be possibly the best person in the country with whoever designed this site. Hi. Oh, okay. Did you want to call me again? Did you want to call me? Okay, hold on, baby. We'll do this. I don't know how to work Daddy's phone. He's got an Android and it's weird. Oh no. Hi. Hello. Hi, you. Yeah. Should we do that? Okay. Okay. You're gonna leave me a voicemail? Okay. She's gonna leave me a voicemail. Yeah, she's the court clerk. Her Tiffany Moore Russell, her design or website design is the easiest to navigate and the easiest to find anything in the entire country of all the sites that I've gone to personally. It's super easy to navigate. Yeah, Anthony Shea, that was going to be my next one. Tammy Pearson, good morning. Yeah, 81. So St. Sarah of the Samsonite. Yeah, all hail St. Sarah of the Samsonite. And KU Thunder, good morning. Yeah, that's the little. She's, he's something. So there's a DCA order. We'll see what this has to say. Okay, so we got a moot point. Share this tab instead. This is the District Court of Appeals. By order of the court, appellant's motion for an extension of time to serve the initial brief is denied without prejudice as moot, as the clerk of the lower tribunal has not transmitted the record on appeal to this court. So the lower court hasn't transmitted the record to the appeals court yet, which is odd to me. Either that or it's just not that important to it's just not important to the county, so they're taking their dear sweet time. So we do have that, and that's kind of the latest and greatest from the Sarah Boone. So I am looking at it. I haven't found anything. It is what it is. We have a quick Mia Bailey update. That's still not a real Mia Bailey update. Mia Bailey is the formerly Colin Bailey, who is the transgender woman in Utah. Legally, they did change their name to Mia Bailey. Legally, the court refers to them as a she. This is not not a discussion or the time or place to discuss anybody's beliefs on that. If you have a certain set of beliefs on that, that's a you thing. I'm just going by what the court calls them so that it's not confusing, because it all gets a little discombobulated. It gets confusing when you mess with pronouns and all that. So in order to not get confused and not confuse myself, I'm just going with what the court did. However, Mia Bailey is accused of unaliving her parents and attempting to unalive her brother, and then apparently decided to confess, saying that if given the opportunity, she would do it again. We are going to read a quick article, Arraignment Delayed for Defendant Accused of Killing Parents in Washington City. And this is out of Utah, so y'all can use your your thinking caps on the conservative nature of a lot of people in Utah, the uber conservative nature of a lot of people in Utah, and having a transgender child. I mean, they're 29, so they're not a child, but to parent. Angel bug. I'm sorry, did I not answer? What, baby? You want to FaceTime Grandpa? Okay, hold on. Go get your phone. Dad can't do it on Daddy's. Daddy has an Android. He doesn't have FaceTime. Go get. Daddy's got it. Go get that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hey, baby girl. Hey, Daddy's right there.
Hey, you want to FaceTime Grandpa?
No. Okay.
Yes or no?
No. Okay. Yeah, it's one of those things of like, I'm not judging by any means, but when you're in a certain area of the country, who like every area of the country is a little bit different, and possibly a certain religion that is very, very conservative and traditional in nature, and all of a sudden you have a child who says, I'm not a boy, I'm a girl. I can see the parents being a little not accepting, and someone having an issue with that. And I'm not going to get into family dynamics, but this is what happened. Yeah, it's she's obsessed with, she figured out how to FaceTime because I took my grandfather's phone when he passed away. She's got an iPhone 11, and I gave it to her to use as like a pretend phone. Well, we turned it on. I set up parental controls so she can only do certain things, but I set up my mom and my dad's phone numbers on it so she could FaceTime grandma and grandpa. So she's obsessed with FaceTiming. She just called me 6 times from her dad's phone and left me 2 voicemails. So we're yeah, and all the voicemails are generally hi. And Robert, I am not here to judge anyone's religion. You believe whatever you want to believe. I just am reporting facts, and you can make decisions based on your personal beliefs. I don't tell anyone what to think or who to like or who to not like or anything like that, because it's just not my place. On Thursday, 29-year-old Mia Bailey appeared for what was scheduled as an arraignment hearing held at 5th District Court in St. George. Bailey, a transgender woman who legally changed her name and gender in 2023, is currently being held at the name of Utah people. The name of the jail just gets me. Purgatory Correctional Facility on 9 first-degree felonies and 1 third-degree felony charge, including 2 counts of aggravated unaliving, 1 count of attempted aggravated unaliving, 7 counts of felony discharge of a firearm, and 1 count of aggravated burglary. The hearing on Thursday included a formal reading of the criminal charges filed against the defendant, but at the start of the proceedings, defense attorney Ryan Stout said the defense needed more time for Bailey to enter a plea as they were waiting for additional evidence to be made available, including the cell phone data analysis being completed by the state. Prosecutor Jerry Yeager said that the state would have cell phone data back from forensics within the next 10 days or so and would provide it to the defense as soon as it comes in. As a result, District Judge Keith Barnes continued the arraignment hearing until May 22nd to give the defense time to review this evidence. The charges were filed following the alleged unaliving of the defendant's parents, Joseph and Gail Bailey, who were wireless hole punched and unalived in their home and that address, which we don't name because even though it's a crime scene and it's in public documents, I am not going to get on YouTube's bad side. On the same night, the defendants reportedly attempted to shoot one of her brothers who was living at the house with his wife. Bailey was taken into custody the following day after an overnight search of the area, and she has remained in jail since the arrest. Purgatory Correctional Facility just makes me laugh. Like, I don't know why, it just does. Every time I hear it, I'm like, could you imagine being stuck in purgatory? Literally. On November 15th, 2024, preliminary hearing was waived in the case and bound over to proceed towards trial. 6 days later, the judge signed an order allowing a psychiatrist to conduct an evaluation on Bailey, the results of which were not included in court records. And I have a very difficult time finding court documents from Utah. Like, it's just one of them things. Second case filed also on Thursday. Bailey appeared for a preliminary hearing on a second case related to an incident reported at the Washington County Jail on October 29th, when the defendant reportedly refused to comply with jail staff and needed to be removed from her cell shortly before 5 a.m. As officers attempted to remove Bailey from her cell, she allegedly swung at one of the officers, striking him on the side of his face, and kicked a second corrections officer in the knee. And remember, this person changed their gender and their name at age 29 or 28. I think it was 28. So they are a fully developed, with all male hormones, adult. So think of the strong, I think, yes, I believe so. And hey, Gabby, and hey, Captain Current, how are you guys this morning? I believe Purgatory is where Jody and Ruby are, which is even weirder, but it is what it is. So when you get kicked a second corrections officer in the knee, that is a fully adult male kicking you in the knee. Like, yeah, there's, whether we like to believe it or not, biology is a thing. And as of the age of 25, your body and brain are fully developed as whatever gender you were born as. So there's that. The defendant was charged with 2 third-degree felony counts of assault by a prisoner following the incident. Preliminary hearing was continued until May 22nd at the 5th District Court in St. George, Utah. Until then, defendant remains in custody without bail. So it's not a big update, but it is the most we have at this particular point in time. So we have, everybody's favorite weird case. Former Kentucky sheriff accused of unaliving judge in his chambers. Plans insanity defense, court filings show. All right. Former Letcher County sheriff accused of unaliving district judge Kevin Mullins plans to present a case for insanity defense. That's according to a new court filing by the attorney of former Sheriff Sean Mickey Steins. The filing said Steins intends to present expert evidence relating to a mental disease or condition bearing on the issue of guilt and punishment. He also intends to present in defense of insanity as well as the defense of extreme emotional disturbance, according to the filing. And this should be interesting because there are rumors that the judge was in communications and or had some smexy time with the judge's daughter, who is underage. I believe she is 16. Yeah, right there. That right there. Like, hey, Lisa, how are you this morning? Hope everybody is doing well. All right, let's see. Like, this is just one of those things, those cases of when you think it can't get any weirder, it does. Like, Steins was charged with the murder of District Judge Kevin Mullins last September. According to police, Stein walked into the judge's chambers, tried calling his daughter on Mullins' phone and his own phone before wireless hole punching him multiple times. Steins pleaded not guilty. So it's not guilty. Like, where you go? Hey, Jinx, how are you? Oh my goodness, it's been forever. How have you been? I have not seen you in months. Like, how are you doing today? All right, so there's that one. I'm closing these as we go so that I'm not confused, or not so much confused, but just my brain doesn't have to think as hard. And this is a case that I might do a completely different stream on, because there's a lot of stuff. However, this is, there has been, this is a short one, so we will go over it. Oops. Present, share screen. This is Anthony Shea. I've been lurking and getting stuff done. Missed you too. And Stacy, how are you? Oh my goodness. I love people that have doggies as their pictures. It's so adorable. There's never any Christopher Scholtes updates. Christopher Scholtes is the father in Arizona that has 3 children. However, his 2-year-old, he left in a running car while he went in the house and played video games. The car shut off and she is no longer with us. She was 2. But it's in Arizona. Arizona court docs, as most of us know, you have to go in and physically ask for the documents. And being in Georgia, I cannot do that. It's very sad. And that's honestly one of my greatest fears about having a child in a hot climate is forgetting her in the car. The first time I went to the store without her, I kept looking in the backseat, like, where is she? Where is she? It's like, oh, she's with her dad. She's fine. She's with her dad. And Debbie, good morning. But there's never been any updates with that. Rainbow Pickle, how are you? How are you doing today? Oh my goodness. So this is Anthony Shea. This is also in Orange County, Florida, which is the Orlando area. This is in the same county as Sarah Boone. He was a sheriff's deputy who is accused of unaliving his wife, who also worked for the sheriff's department. And he was let go because he was accused, and after an investigation found that he had smexy time with someone while on duty who was not his wife. So, it's, and hey, John, how are you this morning? That's interesting. And I've been kind of looking at new vehicles, because don't know if I'm going to get one, just sort of looking. And I'm thinking that might be one of the things that I look for in a vehicle. The judge that on that one is the chief judge. She's the lady that Kranick reports to. Oy, oy, oy. Happy birthday, or happy belated birthday now. Vizilla's Realm, how are you? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, that's so there was a few things filed since the last time, but they're only like 2 pages a piece. So we're going to look at what they are really quick. So order setting, let me make this bigger. Or when the parent rarely child says daycare accidentally leaves the sleeping child in the car at work all day. Sad accident. Yeah, and there's his wife is a doctor and had apparently warned him about this before. So like it's a question whether it was, the reason it's interesting to me is, was it a tragic accident or was it neglect? So there's that there's a little bit to pay attention to there. Sorry. Bad case of heartburn from 7 birthday meals, but otherwise fine. Yeah, and good morning, Patrick. How are you today? Happy International Women's Day. Thank you. Good morning, David. All right. Yeah, Rainbow Pickle, what a great name. It's I like it. All right. Order setting a case management conference. This case is scheduled for a case management conference on May 20th 2025 at 9 a.m. So there's that. I will put this in my I will put this one in my calendar because we all know that I love writing in my calendar so I don't forget stuff, because otherwise, we forget stuff. The 4th, there was a this right here, video games for hours. So like, yeah. I mean, that's where all the facts and the and I'm sorry, I would rather wake up a sleeping child and have a very angry child than have a child who is not with us anymore. I mean, I would rather have a very angry child than, when they say never wake a sleeping baby, they's lying. There are some times where it's very appropriate to wake a sleeping baby. And when you're getting out of a vehicle that has an auto shut off, like, it's just a thing. Rather than check one too many. It's just a sad case. This one, however, Anthony Shea, we've gone over in detail in a different stream. How he we read the arrest affidavit. He tried to frame it as a self-deletion, and somehow her phone accidentally started recording, and in the time that him and his daughters left the house, and she did it, there was no it was being recorded, and there on the audio recording there was no loud bang, there was no boom boom, shall we say. So yeah, it's the thing of like, people, when they decide to break the law, are not the smartest. And just because you are and this is another thing, just because you are a law enforcement officer does not make you the smartest person in the room. Yeah. All right. Notice of provision to state's first supplemental witness list comes now the state of Florida by and through undersigned assistant state attorney, and files this notice of provision of state's first supplemental witness list, certifying that on the date of filing the instant notice of provision of the state's first supplemental witness list, the undersigned state attorney electronically served upon defendant a supplemental list of names and addresses of persons known to the state of Florida to have information that may be relevant to any offense or any defense thereto, or similar fact evident to be presented at trial under section 90.4042 Florida statutes that were discovered subsequent to compliance with Rule 3.220B1A Florida Rules of Criminal Procedure. And then just a certification. And this is Sean Burton Wiggins is the state attorney. So there's that one. Let's see. And I'm sorry, I didn't change the thing because I didn't, if there was names and addresses, I don't want to share them. So I did not share the document because I'm getting a little more careful with even names, because I got one of my videos got yeeted from YouTube because I shared my own email address, my Squid's email address, and my video got yeeted off of YouTube, not just demonetized, but completely pulled. And it was because I shared my own email address. Like, I didn't dox anybody because it's my own public email address. Like, yeah, my brain tells me danger, danger if I see something or I can imagine it's a bad idea. It comes to my kid. Yeah, I just, Down a few years ago, a DCF worker took some kids from some people and she stopped in a place to get something to drink. She left. That's even worse. No, not that I'm aware of. Just first degree. He is being charged with. Capital offense. Yep, capital offenses. This is where, when you cover so many cases, you get confused. First degree murder with a firearm, 782.04, 1A1, capital offense. And then tampering with or fabricating physical evidence is his other charge. So it's going to be an interesting thing. And then just supplemental discovery. Bates pages 646 through 773. Oh, ugh. And we don't know exactly what all is included in that. We're just going through. And then notice of filing. Here we go. We're just going through these super quick. Notice of provision of discovery comes now state of Florida. Bind through undersigned assistant state attorney gives notice that copies of state's digital discovery exhibits 11 through 23 were hand delivered to the defense counsel on March 7th of 2025. And this is why I do this this weekend update, because like it's not all of these cases require a full stream on their own. And this is just a way to get through a lot of cases quickly so that the cases and the readings that take multiple days we can just focus on those during the week. And then another supplemental discovery. There's more. Oh, this one actually says what it is. Notice of supplemental discovery, FDLE DNA report. Page 70, 74 and 77. That's a lot of pages. Like 775 pages. Oy. Previous discovery provided included pages 1 through 773. That is a lot of. I have no idea. I have no idea. But we are gonna read the. And they did set the case management conference for May 20th. I'm closing all these documents because I'll get confused. All right. This one is kind of old, but I didn't talk about it the last time I did. A weekend update. But it was kind of brought to the forefront again when Trump did his joint address to Congress, and he had Laken Riley's mom and sister there. So Senate advances Laken Riley Act and bipartisan 84-9 vote. And the reason that I'm looking this up as far as who voted in what is because I want to see if the two senators from Georgia, who, I don't know, one of those senators covers Laken Riley's home. I want to see how they voted. Senate on Thursday advanced a bill known as the Laken Riley Act that is aimed at expanding the federal government's mandate to detain immigrants who were in the country illegally. In an 84-9 vote, the Senate voted to advance the legislation with 31 Democrats joining all voting Republicans to clear the 60-vote threshold to begin debate. The bill marks the first policy legislation of the new Congress, and the House approved it in a bipartisan vote of its own on Tuesday. Yeah, and that's what I want. I want to know who those 9 no's are. Yeah, don't let the easy jobs pile up, get them done and move on. It's like you had to work around inspections or something. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. It's one of those things of these are quick, they don't require their own. And sometimes even if it's hey, I don't have any news, is better than not saying anything at all, so that when people ask, hey, have you heard anything about this? Have you heard anything about this? Have you, and you know what? That's like, to me, that is purely an accident. You lock the keys in your car and you're like, oh crap, not only did I lock my keys in my car, but like, and that could be something as simple as getting out of the driver's seat and going around to the rear passenger door to get them out. And you're like, crap, how did that happen? Because I've done that where I've gotten out of the car and you expect that all your car doors are going to unlock and you go to open her door and it's like, no, it didn't unlock. So you have to go around to the other side again and, unlock the doors manually because it didn't work the way it was supposed to. I have a sneaky suspicion who 8 of them are. I think I have, I can at least name like 3. But I'm hoping that the 2 Georgia senators voted yes, considering this is their state. King Paco, how are you this morning? I am doing well. It has been a busy day, but it is what it is. Yeah. Okay, Senate Majority Leader John Thune will now decide which, if any, amendments will be considered on the floor. Some Democrats who voted to proceed said they did so in order to offer changes to the legislation before deciding how they would vote on a final passage. The bill is named Laken Riley after a 22-year-old nursing student who was unalived by an undocumented, and this is CBS, so Venezuelan immigrant last year. A judge convicted the man, Jose Ibarra, on unaliving and other charges related to Riley's death in November. And we did stream that trial on this channel. That is possibly the one and only stream that I'm ever going to do from Georgia, because I don't cover things that could come back to bite me in the ass. Under current law, Department of Homeland Security is mandated to detain non-citizens convicted of certain crimes, including aggravated felonies or serious offenses like unaliving and SA. The Laken Riley Act would expand mandatory detention to include non-citizens convicted or charged with burglary, larceny, theft, or shoplifting, as well as those who admit to committing those crimes. So this is, it kind of just goes into the basics, but this actually did pass. It was brought up yet again when Trump did his joint address because he had family members there. That was the first season of Night Court, the Squid Pro Quo edition. Yeah, and Night Court is probably going to have to take a hiatus until the little learns to go to sleep by herself, because right now someone has to lay down with her, and yes, we did that to ourselves. However, and just being busy all day, every day, especially now that I'm living back amongst the normal population and not in BFE, Georgia, I'm spending more time doing things outside of my house, going to hang out with my friends. And, because when you're an hour from your friends or when you're 15 minutes from your friends, 15 minutes is a whole hell of a lot easier to, hang out with your friends on a regular basis. So I am doing that. Morning, Jakety Buck. How are you today? So Flash fan, Night Court's going to have to take a hiatus. We might do Wednesday afternoons for a few hours. What are friends? The thing your wife has. All right. The legislation would also empower, and this has passed, so take this as it now does. The legislation would also empower state attorney generals who claim their states or residents have been harmed by immigration policies to sue the federal government. And I'm always for suing the government because, they suck. It'll be back. A growing list of Democrats announced their plans to support the Republican-led measure ahead of Thursday's vote, including Senators John Fetterman of Pennsylvania. I don't hate him as much as I thought I would, but he just said something about his 13-year-old daughter that makes me cringe. Ruben Gallego of Arizona and Elisa Slotkin of Michigan. Fetterman, Gallego are also co-sponsors in the Senate, and Slotkin voted for the legislation as a member of the House last year. So that has passed. Thank goodness. But I do have to look up the final vote tallies. I have it for the Senate or the House. So I will put this in the and this is Flash fan, you're never going to believe this crap. I actually brought up a CNN article. Here is the article. So we are going to just look at this, and I'm just going to say, I'm not going to read this through and through because I'm not reading 535 people's names. I'm just not. But CNN has an article naming each naming each person and how they voted. So the House vote was 264 to 159, with 48 Democrats voting with Republicans in support. And it goes into everybody, and tells you how they voted. So, yeah, if you really want to, Al Green, you're a horrible person. You voted no. You voted no. In a state that has been, Al Green is, for everybody, is from Texas, in a state that has and has a whole lot of issues with immigration, obviously. Yeah. You can't say long, but you had something to say. Oh, I love people that have things to say. Oh, all right. So there's that. I posted that in the link in the chat so that if y'all want to see exactly how your congressman voted, you can. In the there is a couple of things in the Dr. Joe case. Bye, Heidi. I am not going into reading all of these. We will do a motion or a separate thing for Commie News Network, Faux News, MSDNC, CBS, and SoySpan. That's pretty much, yeah. So there is a bunch of stuff that has been put in, not this month, but since the last time we talked about this. The last time we talked about this was the middle of January. So now there is nothing but crap. Nothing but crap. You forgot ABC, but I don't know one for ABC. I don't know anybody who watches ABC. So like there's that. So, and then basically the case has been stayed. So, we will actually read this because this might be the end of our Dr. Joe coverage, and he might actually be able to get back to his life. Citing an arbitration agreement, Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner Smith moves unopposed to compel arbitration and stay the action pending completion of arbitration. The motion is granted. The action is stayed pending resolution of arbitration no later than 7 days after the receipt of the arbitrarial decision. The defendant must file notice and announce the decision. The clerk must administratively close the case. So it is now in arbitration. So no matter what happened before that, it is now in arbitration. I do have the new case that Flash Fan just sent me. However, we are going to get into one more case before, and I pretty much know everybody has probably seen this. I have just not talked about it because it wasn't worth the time. So this was the 5th. This was filed on Wednesday. Some people that I saw had problems with this. I did not, and I will tell you why. Let's see. I did not even download it because I found it like super not important to me. So I actually have to log in and open it up because I didn't even download it. That's how much it didn't matter to me, I guess, because I'm just not. I guess I care less than other people. Like I just guess I care less. So this was from Judge Belatho in everybody's least favorite or most favorite case, depending on who you are. I personally just don't. I don't, unless this I don't, Robert. They should be on. Yeah, it should be on. Someone allowed a... Yeah. So super chat should be on. Is anybody else having a problem with seeing the super chat the super chat button, or is it just him? Oh, it wouldn't let you. Interesting. Oh, I do know that if you have a VPN, sometimes it won't let you, because I tried to send somebody a super chat and my VPN said I was in Mexico and it wouldn't let me. I had to change my VPN. Like, I had to turn my VPN off in order to send a super chat. So there's that. It's... Well, and if y'all want to support the show, you feel like you want to support the show, here is my my stuff, where you can not worry about not have to worry about them at all. Oh, there we go. Testing 1 2. King Bob, thank you for the $2 super chat. Testing 1 2 3. All right, we are going to see, and that's what I see. So, like, it allowed me to not to be a grifter, but you bring up a very good point. Captain Kern, thank you for the $2 super chat. Is this working? Nanny Goat, thank you for the $2 super chat. Let's see. It's not that I like go, hey, super chat me. But if y'all want to super chat me, I'm not going to turn that feature off. But we do have 62 people here and only 44 likes. So if we can get that number up a couple, that would be very helpful. I do know that we had a couple of dislikes already. There was 3 likes and already a down vote, which was hilarious to me. So I just find life funny sometimes. Let's see, live. Oh yes, we have 1 down vote, 46 likes and 1 down vote. Send Squid the banana fund. We do need to go to the store and buy more bananas today. So we have, here we go. And this is the last thing I'm going to talk about before we get going. So this was just a 1-page gold roll, and I kind of saw this coming. Jeremy Hales versus John Cook et al. Referring an order, motions to dismiss counterclaims filed by the plaintiff. Upon consideration of the foregoing, it is ordered this 5th day of March, plaintiff's motion to dismiss counterclaims, documents 85 and 86, are denied. As defendant's response in opposition, document 90 has confirmed, and the court itself had concluded, based on its review of defendant's answer, no counterclaims have been asserted against plaintiff's counsel. Thus, there are no counterclaims against plaintiff's counsel to dismiss. The only thing I have a problem with this here is the fact that the motion to dismiss the counterclaims were not counterclaims that were claimed against the plaintiff's counsel. It was against the plaintiff, not the plaintiff's counsel. But that's my only thing. But Jeremy has also filed a completely new lawsuit, and there is very little. I've very rarely seen a civil lawsuit where there is not a counterclaim made. I believe the timing was off for a counterclaim, but the fact that he didn't dismiss the counterclaims are not that it's not that big of a deal to me, because in the judge not dismissing the counterclaims, now they have to prove it. And now it's going to be fun watching Beelzebubbles and others try to come up with evidence to make their counterclaims plausible. So it's nothing. I only downvote you every other stream, Squid. We must have balance in our lives. Well, here's the thing. If you downvote, it's still when people downvote, they think of it as like, people think that they're going around to streams they don't like they're going around to streams they don't like and hitting the downvote, thinking that they're hurting the creator, and they're not. Because the more, that's still engagement. I don't know. I can't say I pay that much attention to it. And still no discovery. Like, I just spent a week in Texas from Seattle with my 16-month-old grandson. Woo, what a workout. So much fun, and I really appreciate you, Squid Mommy. I flew up to Wisconsin with her by myself when she was 7 months old, and then again with my mother when she was 9 months old. So like traveling with a child is Paint Chips is the lawyer that did time. Did Daddy go outside and not take you with? Daddy went outside and didn't take you with, huh? Oh my goodness. It's okay. It's okay. Robert James, thank you for the $5 super chat. My wife's doctor says she has an 18-year-old. I asked, what did she say about your 45-year-old butt? It's nothing. Your name never came up. Yeah, Brian, I just got the green light to downvote Squid's vids from now on. Let's go. Paint Chips is my favorite snack. Y'all crack me up. And this order, like, I expected it, because like I expect that the judge wants to see everybody produce evidence and prove it, because you can say anything you want in a court filing. You have to prove it. So I believe he would like the defendants to prove it. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Curl your hair. You would think, no. Okay. Say, we gotta go. Say, we gotta go play. We gotta go play. We gotta go put shoes on. No, you're not playing with a plastic bag. Sorry. This is not the way it works. Say, we're gonna go by and we're gonna go play. Let me have that plastic bag, please. Thank you. All right. And on that happy note, y'all have a great day, and I will see you guys on the next one. Next week, Musi and I will be doing she's angry at me because I took a plastic bag away from her, so I don't know. She wouldn't hurt herself. But I will be doing she saw that Night Court was going on hiatus. Yeah. I will be doing a members only reading with Musi. And since it's members only, she will be able to say anything she wants, because last time we did it, she held back a little bit. She's had enough.
No.
Thanks everybody for coming in and participating and hanging out on a Saturday morning. We have to go work, and the next time you see me, this will be gone. Gone. Y'all have a great day. And Brian, thank you so much. I did get the fire extinguisher. So now we have a fire extinguisher on the back porch and in the garage. So we not only have our fire blankets, we have the thing. And that's okay. So everything's all good. Y'all have a great day. Paint Chips, the official meal of the entire.
Hello. Hi, you.
That right there needs to be on a t-shirt. All right. Y'all Y'all have a great day. All right, let me just take care of this real quick. And we will Can you say bye? Bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys. Have a great day.